Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and greetings everyone.
Hello and a very good day to everyone.
I am Sharifah Ali Shadin Aditi Adi from Group.
My name is Faisal Santos.
My name is Alexander Ishak.
Name is Irina Balkis.
My name Muhammad Afan Aiman bin Muhammad Zain. And we are
from Group 3.
And today we are presenting democracy and politics in
The digital age.
My fellow Americans,
brought the White House into the digital age.
First president to live tweet.
Social media has changed the way Americans interact with the president, the way people around the world interact with the president. We no longer only see him through sort of formal set speeches on television or interviews or news conferences, but you see his personal thoughts in real time.
The president first tweeting,
Trump tweeting.
Series of tweets.
President tweeted.
I think
To put in a simple word, democracy is a form of government ruled by the people. Election is one of the key symbols of democratic country. During elections, citizens are given the chance to vote for the candidate of their choice. The elected representatives that won majority vote will become a member of parliament and represent the people. Nowadays, people tend to centrally rely on new media such as Facebook, Twitter, and news portal for the latest updates on election. Hence, in this essay, we are going to explore the roles of new media during election and the impacts of it in terms of people participation and impression during election process. The impacts of new media towards democracy will also be discussed. Finally, this study will also address the limitations concerning freedom of speech and freedom of press in media production in Malaysia.
Media as platform to deliver information and campaign platform. The first one is media as medium for communicating and delivering information in case of having a good internet access. Second is in this era, media as nowadays communication platform can also create an online community to engage in various social activities such as interacting with others. For example, we can use WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram, Facebook, and so on. Third one is media also play a role in ensuring that the people keep abreast with the current developments and not miss out or help the people to know the various issues. And the last one is media also play a role in ensuring that the people keep abreast with development and not miss out or help the people to know the various issues.
The issues with digital technology poses for democracy. The first one is presentation of inaccurate information about certain propaganda. The second one is manipulating the views of the people by controlling the dissemination of true and false information to the people. The third one is false news spread quickly without any solid evidence and reason. Next is it is hard to trust the digital technologies for some reliable information regarding the democratic nations. This is because the authoritarian governments have the chance of manipulating the facts and opinions. They also have the chance of changing the vote results. And adding to that, empowering the powerful, which means that the authority or the governments have the power to change the people's votes. Now, these are the issues with digital technology for democracy. Technology can improve or undermine democracy depending on how it is used and who controls it. Right now, it is controlled by too few, said Kevin Ross. Now that is all from me. We will move on to the next presenter.
The third point is post-truth media versus fake news, whereby Post-truth is defined as a metaphysical and democratic theory for the disappearance of existing reasonable standards for reality. Post-truth media have become a political culture in the politic in which debate is framed largely by appeals to emotion that is disconnected from the details of policy. Since then, post-truth media have become the main factor of deception, becoming dominant aspect of everyday culture, and have been responsible for influencing public opinion, because empirical facts are secondary to subjective attractions and personal values. Fake news that is widespread through work of journalism and in social media platforms, making it hard for people to distinguish between the real and fake news. This led to a change of view of their candidate reliability. For example, misleading information and false claims that were infused into the social media on campaign accounts have been deceiving opinion of the citizen. Other than that, they make use of algorithm and social media links to distribute information to particular ideological constituencies, but people also tend to trust stories that support their candidate of choice, especially if they have social media platforms that are politically divided, hence why fake news undermine the rationality of the voters' opinion. Lastly, transparency of media is a reflection on how and why communication practitioners are producing, delivering, and handling information subsidies. In brief, the relationship between journalists and news outlets is reflected by media accountability. However, as media outlets and journalists are continuously facing scrutiny, media accountability is a way of minimizing unethical and illegal activities. It could cause some serious corruption and media bribery if people turn a blind eye on this kind of matter. Hence why transparency of media really played an important role in keeping politics to be an honest use of power by seeking to strengthen the public perceptions of their credibility, dignity, and selflessness. Thank you.
Any activities related with media are governed and regulated by media law. Printing, Presses and Publication Act 1984 is regulated any activities regarding printing presses to include as of printing, the production and reproduction of publication. The Communication and Multimedia Act 1998 gives power to government and regulate all manner of broadcasting. Media has an important role in the fight against corruption as it can demand accountability and transparency from the public and private sector. Controlling corruption is very important in order to make the country drive sustainable development well documented.
To conclude, different forms of digital media may have different logics, which is an important lesson for political parties and candidates attempting to use digital media for political purposes. It is still unclear to confirm whether the digital technologies are a help in bringing positive changes in the democratic field, as it poses both beneficial and disadvantages at certain aspects.